slightly warmer welcome than you gave me, please, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Jim Ellis.
Well, I've never had a welcome like that before, I have to say. So thank you, Jerry, for winding up the crowd. That was great.
My name's Jim Ellis. I'm one of the people who started WAITTA, as it was. Started it back in the late 80s. First award night was in 91, 35 years ago. When I became chair of the ACSWA branch, really had in mind some years before that we should have an awards night.
They could accommodate about 350, and we've now got 400. It's certainly a far cry from the small group that sat down for dinner at the branch conference dinner 9 years ago when WAITTA started.
I'd like to mention how involved the Australian Computer Society was. It really was, I think, an initiative that drew on the strength of that organisation.
One thing I want to do is get an awards night going for IT. We have them for health, we have them for mining, we have them for tourism. We don't have them for IT. Everyone agreed, and that was when we started doing the hard work of getting it going. We had to decide everything. Which awards would we have? How would we judge them? The judging was probably the biggest issue, making sure that the judging could be trusted. It wasn't just someone saying, let's give it to Fred, you know. You wanted to make sure it was fully deserved.
The commitment that the initial founders had, the determination to make it work, and the insight to see that we needed it in the first place. And they were an absolute joy to work with.
So every year there was an ACS conference, as there is now, and the dinner was going to be the awards, And of course the presentation was quite terrible compared with what we do now. It was foils on an overhead projector.
I would describe them as very concentrated on one event in the year. One amazing dinner.
Suggesting to people, do you want to be on this awards committee? I became the chair, so I ended up staying for chair for 12 years.
They attracted everyone. Government was there, industry was there, academe was there.
I think the big change, which was around 91, was when the web browser came, the World Wide Web. We heard about this thing, the World Wide Web, and we thought, what's that, you know, and how does it work? One of the many things that changed everything, but it was fast moving.
We had a very good relationship with the ACS. Became essential that we broadened the focus of the awards, and that was the starting point for the creation of WAITTA Inc.
The big change for us, I think, we moved to telecommunications as well, because originally it was IT, meaning information technology. That's why we changed the name from WAITA, WAITTA, again, telecommunications and technology.
A key factor that influenced our thinking was that WAITTA had an excellent reputation in the way we judged, selected our finalists, and we wanted to make sure that regardless of what type of award, we needed to maintain the same standard.
Quite rigorous, the judging, and has been ever since. I think that really sets WAITTA apart.